All right, I did a review of these guys, but I thought I would cover the different head sculpt possibilities in a little separate video, mainly because I did an example of removing one of the hooded heads, the face sculpts, and removing the hair and doing a swap. And then I thought, well, wait a minute, you could do one. I should have just did an example of all of them. First off, these figures look great. And the more hardcore fans of the movie and of, I don't know, NECA or figures, the more of them you grab, the better they sell, and the more chance we'll get other characters like Childs and Windows and etc. and get enough to do a diorama, and especially the monsters. We need the monsters in as many forms as possible. Now, here's the heads, and I'll give you an example. Here's one of the best tools. It's a sculpting tool. Not sure the official name of it, but it looks like this on one end, and then it's got a little spear on the other. I utilize this softer end, go in there, warm it up. Now, when I'm going to repaint something, I will soak it in dishwater with warm to hot water. Never do boiling because it will strip, even sometimes hot water with dish soap, it'll strip the paint and especially the finish off of the figures. And if I'm repainting it, that's fine because it helps the paint stick better and I don't need the paint on there at all. So, but if you're just doing a swap, I used a hair dryer and I carefully peeled it off. Now, I don't care what it looks like on the inside because it's going to be all covered up anyway, but you want to make it as smooth as possible. If you go real slow, you can peel it off pretty clean. And then what I do is I shave some of the excess glue and other stuff down with a little razor. And you can even, for certain heads, you can even shave a little more of it down so the hair sits lower on his head. It just depends. But anyhow, so the NECA MACREADY figure comes with an damn, what is that? A relaxed, standard relaxed face with hair, and then a grinning face with hood, and then a more worried face or a talking head with hood. Now, I personally believe, because I've seen them make alternate heads where the tooling didn't look identical. Like this is identical to the one with hair. And I believe that's because, and I'm using the information of how they're identical, because I've seen NECA figures that I stripped where the tooling was totally different, and that's because they never meant to switch the heads with a different type of hat or hood or whatever it is. But also that when they first showcased the images, we saw this grinning head with hair, not a hood, in the first image. Later, we got some sculpted, bare sculpt images with the hood on it. But I think they're going to do it later. Like, for example, the grinning head with hair, and then Dynamite with a flamethrower. There's no way they're not going to release another MACREADY without a flamethrower. It's coming, trust me. But if you don't want to wait, I'll showcase right now the 6 different options you can have, but you're going to have to get 6, I would imagine, or just get 2 and you could do this and just switch the heads. Just don't glue the hair back on it. So let's start with the standard head. Actually, I'll do one without glasses. They look so freaking cool though. So you can have the relaxed head with hair, or the relaxed head with a hood, or the grinning or angry head sculpt with hair. And again, it's going to be down a little more, pressed tighter on his head, because you'll glue it. What's the word I'm looking for? You'll most likely want to glue it down. I love this franchise, and this figure is well done, so I have no problem, you know, buying a figure a month for 6 months and then having 6 of these guys and having one of each head sculpt. That's how much of a psycho I am for the thing in this figure. It's friggin' awesome. Or you can do the angry face with a hood, or the worried face with hair. And this would be, again, one of the newer ones if you modified it, because fresh out of the package, you can't do this unless you switch the pieces, the head, hair, and hood. Or keep it how it is in the box, and you have a worried expression with a hood. So there you go. Just another quick video showcasing all the modifying potential with this figure. You guys let me know if I'm just way too in love with the Thing movie and the Thing collectibles. I think this is like my first ever The Thing, collectible outside of a poster or something silly like a steelbook, coffee mug, but something that's a 3D representation of the film or a movie prop. I don't have any of those. I'm trying to think, not that I can think of off the top of my head, but having Mac from the movie in, a small, affordable package so you can throw up on your shelf, that is fantastic. Plus, come on, man. It's The Thing. It's a classic. He's going to look great posed up next to Terminator, Alien, Predator, Back to the Future even, you name it. So again, you get 3 sculpts with the hair and 3 sculpts with the hood if you buy doubles, triples, up to 6, and then you switch the pieces as needed. And then you'll have plenty of extra other accessories, 6 lanterns, 6 alcohol bottles, 6 cups. You can even part those out and sell them on eBay, because when you get into customs, things get very expensive. If you just bought a lantern or a bottle, you're spending like 10 bucks for his whiskey bottle on eBay, just to give you an idea. If you were going to create your own figure and then you bought some of those miniature items. So you could probably make some of your money back by selling the accessories, keep the parts that you want. But you guys let me know down below, is this something you're going to do? Is this something you're interested in, but you just don't want to mess up your figure, so maybe you'll wait for NECA to do it? I believe NECA will do it, and I believe one of the next MACREADY figures will have a stick of dynamite and the flamethrower. And I think there's even going to be a variant where he's painted like when he came in from the snow, and his beard got snow in it, his hair's got snow in it, his jacket, and he's all bundled up. I think there's even one where he threw a blanket on him. You never know what they could do. The possibilities are endless, especially when you got something as cool as The Thing, something that's such a classic. Anyhow, here you go. Thoughts and opinions below.